Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode from the PixelCraft server. And it is time to sleep. If you remember in our last episode, as I'm going to sleep, I'll remind you, we built this beach. You gonna let me sleep? Is it time? Can I sleep yet? Yeah, I can sleep. Okay. We built this beach last episode, and in between episodes, I finished doing some foliage, editing the leaves, the dried leaves, which I completely forgot to do last episode. And I added some more of the dried grass, and I messed with some of the slabs, I think. And like just touched up here and there and moved things around, fixed some foliage, added some glow lichen in the water and on the cliffs, and there might actually be some on the beach. I don't remember. I also added some firefly bushes under, but here's some of the leaves, if you notice. I even have some like coming out into the beach. But I put it all over the beach, and now I think the beach is done. This beach. We still have the rest of the island's beaches to do. But honestly, I'm pretty proud of it. Like, honestly, for my first terraforming job, pretty darn good. Still got all that to do, and today we're going to be doing the cliffs going that way. We might do more, but we're going to focus on the cliffs today. But for first real terraforming that I've ever done in Minecraft, I'm mostly a builder. I don't really terraform, but all that, my first terraforming job, I think I did a good job. Anyways, I should probably stop patting myself on the back. But it does look good. And I am proud of it. So it's good. But we're going to be working over there today. All the cliffs going that way, following that line of the island. And I don't know if we'll get to that stuff over there behind me. Let's see if I can fly over here and kind of show you some of the land. Do a backwards fly like I did last episode before. I don't know. It's a really stupid idea to do this, by the way. Really bad idea. And I have no idea where I'm going. Anyways, we're going to be doing the cliffs over there. And eventually we're going to be doing all the beaches to the opposite side. Well, the whole island, actually. We're going to be doing the whole island's beaches. But I think we're going to go ahead and go into a time-lapse of us, or me, doing the cliffs. So let's go. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. I built the cliffs. I got into a groove and I blasted it out all in a day, really. Like, it was insane. Like, I went crazy going all over the place and just did it all insane. I don't think I've ever, honestly, and I'm really upset that I have to sleep yet again. It's like Minecraft days, just they wait until I'm recording to be like, hey, you just slept 45 seconds ago? It's nighttime again. So could you just, like, stay over there? Just stay in the sky. Anyways, yeah, I got into a groove and I built the entire cliffs super quick. At least to me, it felt quick. I just looked at the recording, the time-lapse footage that I recorded to make sure that it all saved properly, and it only took me about 4 hours, which was insane. But, the transition between the two are pretty nice, and it gradually goes up. I still need to, like, bring it out with some, like, rocky formations and everything, but I think I did a pretty decent job with the transition between the water, the darkness of the water, or I don't know. Don't mind my second account. He's just watching the cliffs. He likes to watch. Because he's the time lapser. I haven't gotten rid of him. But yeah, I put glow lichen everywhere to make sure that none of this would spawn creepers and anything, or not just creepers, anything. Because some of this is actually outside of the island, and just ignore the water. Ow. Ooh. Okay. Rude. Wasn't very nice. What was I saying? Ignore the underwater parts. That's it. Ignore the underwater parts. We will get to them, all this stuff. We will get to it probably never, because no one looks underneath the water. Hey, little guy. Hi. Oh, you're no longer little. They grow up so fast. It brings a tear to my eye. Oh! Ah! It hurts! It burns! That's so rude. You think you know a guy. Anyways, let me up. Anyways. I got distracted. What was I saying? Ignore the water. Underwater. We'll probably do it. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I'm super happy with it. I got into a groove. I blasted it out. I still have to kind of gradually bring some rocky parts into the water, kind of look all crumbly and whatnot, but we also, it goes all the way around. We also have to do transition it from from the cliffside to some piers over here and docks and everything, all the way out to there, and then cliffs out there are going to be that's over here. Similar cliffs out here are going to be over there, and then docks going that way, and then walls over there, and then boats in the water going out into the shore. No, not shores, into the seas, and then yeah, the docks will go that way probably, and then all sorts of stuff. At least that's the plan. I'm not entirely sure how it's gonna look. I have some reference images that I'm hoping will look good, but I don't know. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys the underbelly of all the cliffs. Look at how much space we gained. Ow, 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 ow. Look at how much space we gained under the cliffs, expanding the island. A ton of space down here. It's so much room for activities. I also lit it up just in case some of this was outside of the Mushroom Island. I know that parts of it goes into like shores and whatnot, or warm ocean. I know part of it's warm ocean, but it goes. That area back there was the beach area where we worked at last episode. Let's see if I can if I can get out without dying. Don't worry, I do have a totem out in my hand. In my offhand. You can't see it because I have a texture pack that removes it because I don't like looking at it. His little face judges me. But, yeah. So, I still gotta do all the roughing up and slabs and staring. Yeah, I gotta stare at it a lot, which I usually do when I don't have inspiration, but I gotta do it along the whole thing. I gotta add the slabs and stairs and variation up at the top of the whole thing. Gotta wait for the grass to grow there, and then we gotta transition it into the pier and dock thing here. So that's why the cliffs just stop. So, tons of space for the future. Again, I'm still not entirely sure what it's going to look like, but that's not what we're going to do this episode or next episode. Any more rockets? We are actually, next episode, I think, next episode, if I'm not mistaken, next episode, the new update comes out. And then the next episode after that, I promised Moss Farm. But after that, we're going to go ahead and try to finish the shores and cliffs in one episode. No promises, because I'm dumb. But we're going to try. Except for the magmatic... Oh, that was a spoiler. Except for the shoreline that's special right there. That's going to be its own episode. We also need to move that island out to maybe like right there for a special lighthouse thingy. Just move it like, I don't know, what is that, like 40 blocks? 20, 30, 40 blocks? Just like right there. And then some rocks around it. And then pull all of that small cliffs and beach to that area. And then the special shores I was saying here with a special beach. And then we're probably just going to copy the cliffs around the rest of the island and put in the similar beach wherever we can put it. But for the most part, it's just going to be cliffs. But like right there, we could probably put a beach and then cliffs. Now over here, I wanted to do just cliffs, but since there's so much water in this big bay thing, I might do the cliffs with a beach. And then over here, I definitely want there to be a big, long beach along this whole beach. I don't know what other words to use. I'm not a geologist. That's not the right word. Anyways, and then I'm probably just gonna cliffify the rest of the island, except for the pier and docks over here. But I think that's gonna do it for this episode. We got quite a bit of work done with the cliffs, so go ahead and leave a like if you liked the video. Dislike the video if you disliked it. I hope you enjoyed the time lapse, and I hope you enjoy the future plans for this video, or for this island. Sorry. Like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year. And of course, I land in the water. And let's see if I can make it out. If I make it out of this water, you have to subscribe. Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I? Come on. Oh, you have to subscribe. You have to subscribe. You said you would do it. Anyways, like, subscribe, comment if you want to see more or what you want to see. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, and I will see you in the next episode of PixelCraft. Have a good day, everybody. Bye! Subscribe.